ways to get along with people you work with. There's a good chance that you spend more time with coworkers than almost any other person in your life. Thus, you must work as a team to cultivate your strong relationships. After all, your team can make the difference between success and failure on a project. Strategies such as building a solid rapport with your coworkers and understanding their personalities and remaining respectful of their preferences can help you form meaningful relationships. It's also important to remember that your coworkers' strengths and weaknesses can make for productive or unproductive teams. The bottom line is the team members that work harmoniously together reap greater successes. And that can only work if everybody on the team knows their role and their voice on the team. So, how can you get along with your coworkers? These tips can help you cultivate and maintain respect for your colleagues. Respect is a mutual exchange that once established, it grows over time and is seldom lost. It would be best if you strive to express respect to others, including your coworkers, by acknowledging their hard work and contributions, their hard work and unique contributions. They're more likely to respect you in return when you do this. Respect can be challenging. It can be challenging to cultivate, but it can pay great dividends. You can show respect in many ways. For example, avoid the temptation to take another person's food out the refrigerator. When you're sick, ask someone to cover your shift so you can go home and recuperate. Don't stay behind and expose yourself to the risk and expose others and expose everyone of the risk of catching your illness. Finally, don't take credit for work you didn't do. That's a surefire way to guarantee animosity between you and your colleagues. Be observant. If someone goes out of their way to tell you something that annoys them, avoid doing that behavior. It's simple. Keep things professional. Even though some people say it's not personal, it's business, many people find themselves mixing their personal lives with work, and it's natural, after all. Humans are social creatures, and we like to talk about ourselves. Unfortunately, mixing business with personal life can cause rifts between your co-workers if not kept in check. Keeping your personal life out of the workplace is suitable for everyone. On top of that, personal information is not a good idea to keep those topics at the forefront of the workplace anyway. So, it's a good idea to keep topics like politics, religion, and other controversial matters out of the workplace. I'm Linda Dawkins, and this is That's Love for You podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about 7 ways you can suffer if your life is out of balance. It's very challenging to achieve balance in life, and some people believe it's impossible to have a balanced life if you're committed to succeeding at the highest level. Maybe that's true. But most people don't need to become a billionaire or a movie star to consider themselves successful. Success and a balanced life can coexist. However, you can't afford to waste any of your time. A life that's out of balance includes some degree of suffering. You can suffer financially. When your life is out of whack, you can spend too much money trying to please yourself and trying to block out what's your current situation. If you're working hard day after day, it's common to think that you deserve to enjoy your life, so you whip out your wallet. Unfortunately, it's easy to outspend your income. The pleasure you get from spending money also doesn't last long. It's temporary. On the other end of the spectrum, if you're not paying enough attention to your work, your income is likely to lower or to get lower than it could be. Putting too much or too little on work can have negative financial implications. It could also affect your health. If your life is out of balance, you're likely to exercise too little, eat poorly, and suffer from excessive amounts of stress. You can also suffer from insomnia. I bet you didn't know that, but it's true. Your health is one of the first things to go downhill when your life is out of balance. Your relationships with your friends and family can suffer too. One of the other casualties of an out of balance lifestyle is your relationship with with other people. Whether it's your spouse, your partner, children, friends, or other family members, your relationships can suffer. Consider the consequences of damaging your relationship with your spouse and your children. Are the other things you're spending time on worth it? You don't have time for the things you enjoy. Do you love to watch football? I don't, but a lot of people do. Do you get a chance to get out with your girlfriends and with your buddies for dinner or even on Thursdays? Do you get a chance to whittle totem poles in the garage? Do you work on carpentry or do any of that stuff that you like to do? An out of balance life lacks the time necessary to enjoy your hobbies and other enjoyable activities. So your mood will suffer. Are you cranky and intolerant, angry, or feeling hopeless? Your life might be out of balance. People with an out of balance life often resent the time that people and unrelated activities require. It's not easy to feel good when your life is out of whack. A consistent bad mood is a terrible burden to carry for you and for everyone around you. Everyone suffers when a family member is miserable. You know. You lose the ability to focus. You can't sleep. If your diet is horrible, you're just out of whack. You don't get any exercise, you're out of whack. If your social life is messed up, you're out of whack. All the way down to your ability to focus productively. As your mind and body wear down, you can't stay on task well. You're also spending too much brain power focused on other things. If you're eating dinner with family and lost in your thoughts, you're not focusing on sharing a meal with your family. You either won't take or can't take a vacation, or if you can't, you won't even make time for a vacation. Guess what? Your life is out of balance. This can be a great test to determine if your life is under control. If you listen and if you review the previous things that I just mentioned. Do you think your life is out of balance or unbalanced? Plan a vacation and see what happens. If your life is out of balance, you might be able to make some changes. You might have to make some changes in order to bring it back into balance. It can be challenging. It can be a real challenge to maintain balance in your life, but the consequences of failing to be balanced can be severe. Remember how important your health and your relationships are to your happiness. Remember how important they are to you. Where would you be without them? Take action today to bring your life back into balance. Take action right now to bring your life back into balance. And guess what? You'll be glad you did.